thesis. Gate 7 reference, gate 2.
By the way, please understand something about the nature of the mind. No matter what you learn, the mind will do its thing. No matter what you live, the mind will do its thing. No matter what you grasp, the mind will do its thing. My mind, when I'm melancholic, still would like to come up with a reason, and would still like to impress me with that reason and tell me that that reason is really the reason and for me to do something about it, because that's the nature of mind. And it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away when you wake up. You know, stupid before and stupid after. It is the way it is. The difference is living out your nature. That's the difference. In the end, it is the only thing you can do. And my mind continues to do what mind does. I don't happen to pay attention to it. I mean, I think it's cute, and sometimes I think the reasons it comes up with are absolutely hilarious. And I really think that my mind might have a problem. Nonetheless, I don't go along with any of that. I live out my design. So recognize that when I talk about not making up reasons, what I'm really saying to you is not giving authority to the reasons that your mind will make up. After all, mind does not have inner authority, and it's one of the keys for us. It doesn't stop the process. It doesn't stop mind from being mind. In the same way that if you're a generator and you're responding out of your sacral, doesn't mean your mind is going to agree with you. As a matter of fact, your mind is going to be quite annoyed, and it's going to do everything in its power to tell you that you're a grunting idiot, because that's what mind likes to do. So no matter where you get to in your process, recognize that you will always, always have to deal with your mind trying to interfere, trying to take over. And for me, my mind is my greatest petty tyrant. Right? This is... Martin reminded me of this morning. He mentioned Carlos Castaneda, and he had this wonderful image of the petty tyrant. And the petty tyrant is somebody who, is always there to push your buttons. It's somebody who can always upset you. It's somebody that can always, always get to that place. Now, usually it's your lover. I mean, usually in life it's your lover, because the longer you get to know somebody, the better they get to know those points in you that they can hit those buttons. And, that was my first step I live with a great provocator. My first step in development was not being provoked, so the buttons couldn't be pushed. I watched the buttons being pushed. I watched the energy go through. The petty tyrant is a way in which you can always see whether you're clear or not. In Castaneda's story, it's somebody who was a prisoner in a work camp of a petty tyrant who hated the man, was terrified of him, he was brutal, ran away, and he goes back to his teacher, and his teacher says to him, "What'd you run away for? Go back there." He had to sneak back into the prison camp, so that he could then not be provoked by the petty tyrant, and eventually the petty tyrant was destroyed in that way. So for me, the ultimate petty tyrant when you wake up, the ultimate petty tyrant is your mind. And my mind is there, always trying to provoke me into being not self. Always. And it's true for everyone. So please recognize that is a great challenge for us. The mind is valuable for us because through this process we can integrate the concepts of design, and mind becomes our ally in finding our mechanical way. But it is only our ally in finding that mechanical way. After that, it's always, always trying to interfere with that process. It always wants to be in control. It always wants to be the boss. It never wants to let go of that possibility for itself. And of course, the only way that you can deal with that is that you live out your nature. By the time you get through your 7-year cycle, it's not about the focus on living out your nature anymore. And it isn't the same kind of battle with the mind, but it doesn't mean that the minds need to make up reasons. The mind is a Maya measuring machine. It is never going to stop playing those games. And of course, what I've come to recognize is that it is a kind of entertainment. It's a kind of entertainment. My mind can come up with extraordinary reasons, eh? It's wonderful. At least they're not UFO reasons. Then I would be truly concerned about my mind. The aliens made me do it.
2. Orientation-based comma. Okay. For now, end parenthesis. Name time 6:51 a.m. 1. How does the base's orientation align us to our specific corner when the end of the round comes? Zmancy white camel pop. Is it the prime bundle? I believed, I don't know, Zmancy white camel bob for now. Whilst only the personality, sun, earth bases are legitimate, stable across life,